An anonymous sender goes to Sarah. Sends FYI, Lana died yesterday. That's all the sender says. Lana died yesterday. It's just Lana. You haven't checked the end all be all. Second coming of Christ? Is anyone available to let me know what has or has not been done? Please? For my effing family law case? Please? I have 15 days left. And I don't want to seem emotionless, but if you could please just tell me what I need to do and worry about on top of everything else in quote unquote preparation of everything meaningful in my life to be taken away in 2 weeks, please. Man, after the news I heard today, I was a little bit shooken. You know what I'm saying? It really goes to show that friends that you have in your life, that you quote unquote friends that you have, they might not really give a fuck about you. They might not care at all about you. Now, we're talking about Sarah Boone, and I know friendships that are formed from behind the wall to people on the other side of the wall, people who are not in jail. Sometimes those friendships, they're transactional, but nonetheless, if you talk to this person all the time, if this person supports you, if this person sends you money, you know, you would expect some type of loyalty. Not even like getting something in return, just just not mental loyalty, but like loyalty in terms of someone's talking bad about them, you stand up for the person or respectfully bow out at the very least. Or you know, if something bad happens to the person, you do your best to send them well wishes, or maybe take a moment, maybe send them a little bit of money or currency if you can. You would expect that type of situation. That is not what Sarah Boone is like, man. This is a cutthroat. This is a terrible person. I used to just think that Sarah Boone was just a bitch, but it turns out that she's way more dangerous than that. You know, maybe Jorge Torres was a good indicator to show how dangerous she really is. She can kill someone that she, you know, at certain times loves. She could betray someone who supports her. Sarah Boone had a supporter who came out and testified on her behalf. Her name was Lana. Meet Lana, ladies and gentlemen, right? Lana comes into the picture, and just like it always happens, she's fighting the good fight for Sarah Boone. And that, you know, that's her prerogative. You want to have a ridiculous relationship with a horrible person, go right ahead. This woman dies later on in life, and Sarah Boone could care less. She could care less. And I have exclusive emails and transcripts. Shout out the third rail. The third rail. And keep your eyes open on the third rail. You might want to go drop a quick little subscribe, because there might be a few more things coming in that direction. You know what I'm saying? We have an email of Sarah finding out that Lana's dead, and she could give a fuck. But before we even get into that, let's just get an idea on who Lana Arthurs is, the woman who really stuck her neck out for Sarah Boone, right? Sarah Boone knows this woman to a certain degree because she had to show up and testify, and we're about to read that transcript. So shout out to Tanika 2 Cents. I believe she's the only person who released these documents. I'm kind of new to the whole world after Sarah Boone went to jail. Apparently there's been a lot of communications between Sarah Boone and various people, Lana being one of them. But anyways, this is what the transcript says when the woman comes into court and testifies on Sarah's behalf. It says, "Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Your Honor, for the privilege of speaking on behalf of my friend, Sarah Boone. I also want to extend my heartfelt condolences to everyone here affected by this terrible tragedy, which has brought all of us here listening in." Key word, all of us here listening in. Why do you even give a fuck that people are listening in? You know what I'm saying? But again, this is the phenomenon that always happens with high profile cases. You get people maybe a little loopy in the head coming out trying to support you for some reason. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Sarah will take it. Sarah loves her. This is her best friend right now in the world for Sarah. This is what Sarah's selling to her. Many articles and videos and opinions of Sarah have gone out in the airway and on the webs. Opinions that have been formed and commented on so much that it's hard not to give in to the temptation to treat people like a comic book or a fictional character. But you see what I'm saying, right? She's strapping her boots up, she's putting on her tactical gear, and she is going to war for Sarah. She needs to be treated like a human. You guys are calling her mean names. It's not good. It's not funny. Don't give in. Be nice to people. This is the one thing I could already tell that this woman has never been to jail. Whoever Lana, rest in peace. Whoever Lana was, she never went to jail because that type of a comment, you already can tell that, man, listen, the last thing you need to worry about when you're in jail is mean comments online. And the fact that Sarah Boone is out here trying to get her to say this, to get the people online to stop, that's shameful, Sarah. That's shameful. You know Sarah coached her in this statement, but let's continue. In the case of my friend, Sarah, the words narcissist, Karen, villain, and many other things, they roll off the tongue with little regard to the humanity that is dismissed so flippantly? Flippantly. Is that a word? Tell me in the comments. And under a lot of circumstances, I was one of those people, as I have a love for true crime, and becoming friends with Sarah has shown me that there's a lot more depth to people that you see on the screen. And I'm going to stop it right there because we already know where this is going. You're a true crime fan, right? I always said there's like a percentage of true crime people. There's a percentage of people in the true crime community that are a little kooky. Now, I'm not calling her kooky. I'm just saying you hear kooky people do stuff like that. Like, oh, I saw you on TV and now, I saw you go to jail on TV and now I want to talk to you and be your wife and give you a baby. It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, that's Lana, and it goes on and on and on. And she talks about the beautiful things and the wonderful things that Sarah Boone has done. She talks about how Sarah Boone loves cats and she loves animals, especially the ones that are wounded. Sound familiar? Sarah coached her hard. She says all time. You guys could go ahead and read the whole thing. Go check it out on Tanika 2 Time. Why did I say that? Tanika 2 Cents. Tanika 2 Time. Stop playing. Y'all could go check it out over there. That's the source. That's the source that I found it from. But we move forward. Same source. Tanika 2 Cents posts. I only knew you briefly. You were an open book. I can't believe I hugged you last Sunday, and this Sunday you're gone. Rest in power. And they post the picture of, her being deceased. So she posted the picture, appreciation of life, letting people know that, one of Sarah's biggest supporters died. Now, you would think that Sarah would feel something. You know what I'm saying? You would think that Sarah, even if it was for personal reasons, like for selfish reasons, you would think that Sarah would react the type of way to where it's like, damn, that's sad. Like, oh my God, oh goodness. Let's go ahead and get the response. So we continue our little fun expedition into lunacy land here, and we come across something quite familiar. Securus Technologies, okay? That's prison mail. So an anonymous sender, soon to not be anonymous, but stay tuned. Stay tuned to AG Tactical and you're going to find out. But anyways, an anonymous sender goes to Sarah. Sends, FYI, Lana died yesterday. That's all the sender says. Lana died yesterday. That's the type of thing you would say. That's the type of thing you just say that and you wait for a response. You don't want to say, "Oh, Lana died, and we gotta fix your paperwork, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna work this out with the judge." No, you say the person died and you let that digest because you're a human being with emotions and feelings and respect for the dead. Oh no, Sarah didn't like that. Sarah's like, let's get to the fucking point. This is what this vile human being decided to respond back. Okay, let's check it out. Sarah Boone sending it to Anonymous. Morning, L. Even the subject is bitchy. That's that's difficult to do. I will say that I feel like that takes talent. To come off as an insufferable asshole in the header of the message is crazy. Morning, frowny face. Crazy work. She says, everywhere online, it's just Lana. You haven't checked the end all be all, Second Coming of Christ, social media experts website? So I don't understand exactly. She types like a psychopath sometimes, so it's a little difficult to follow. But I think she's saying, dude, it's just Lana. It's not a big idea. I mean, it's not a big deal. If she's actually dead, go check the websites and let's see if she's dead or something. But I mean, it's just Lana at the end of the day. Fuck Lana. Lana came to court for you. Lana did a lot for you. Is anyone available to let me know what has or has not been done, please? For my effing family law case? Please? I have 15 days left. You couldn't make this shit up. Evil. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's asking this person to check up on the family law case because Lana was probably helping her with that shit. I know too, everyone has their real world lives. I do, which I'd like to one day have also, please. And I don't want to seem emotionless, but if you could please just tell me what I need to do and worry about on top of everything else in quote unquote preparation of everything meaningful in my life to be taken away in 2 weeks, please. I'm just sitting here with a perpetual question mark guessing my demise for the day, week, month, year, and continuing. Please. Then I'll leave everyone alone and figure out what I can. Is a call at all possible sometime today? 30 minutes, please? Sorry for the over it attitude. I am, and I'm sure you both are also. No matter, I'm thankful for you. I pray everyone is hanging on, getting through it. Whatever it be, at least we have each other. Thank you. Man, listen, I'll tell you this much. If you die tomorrow, Sarah don't give a fuck about you and she's going to be cussing out the next man. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. She said, let's get back to the things that are meaningful in my life. That's a bar. Shit, that's a bar right there. Holy shit. Fuck that bitch. That's what Sarah said. So let that be a lesson to all you guys who are really good friends, but don't get friendship really good in return. Don't overextend, folks. Don't overextend because you'll run into a Sarah Boone and she'll take advantage of you. And then when you croak and you die, she'll be basically laughing at you. Or at the very least, saying that you didn't matter anyway. Let's get back to focusing. Shit. Anyways, man, stay tuned. We got some stuff. Man, listen, you thought this story was over. It's starting to open up. Stay tuned, folks. I love you guys, man. Peace.